Hey there, how's everyone doing? We're happy to have you all from around the world. If you're new here, welcome to the family. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Breaking news. Something extremely serious just happened in Tel Aviv. A massive wave of Sejil missiles launched by Iran has reportedly hit key targets. According to reports, 2 fighter jets, an F-22 and an F-16, were destroyed at the Nevatim airbase. Hebrew media outlets are also talking about explosions involving the American THAAD defense system and an Iron Dome launcher inside the base. The Iranian military announced earlier this evening that it carried out a wide-scale missile strike targeting Israeli military sites using long-range Kheibar, Sejil, and Qadr missiles. They're calling this operation a strategic response to Israeli threats. According to their official statement, the missile strikes caused massive fires at several airbases and military airports across Israel, which led to a partial breakdown of Israeli air and defense capabilities. The most focused strikes hit Nevatim Air Base, one of the most critical Air Force facilities in Israel. The attack reportedly destroyed a THAAD system and an Iron Dome launcher inside the base. It also destroyed 2 fighter jets, an F-22 Raptor and an F-16, that were parked in the hangars at the time of the strike. Iranian forces claimed all their missiles hit their targets precisely, using advanced guidance systems and hypersonic speeds. Meanwhile, Tel Aviv remains on high alert, with a complete media blackout from the Israeli military. This is being described as one of the most powerful missile strikes on Israeli military infrastructure in decades, possibly leading to major regional escalation. Israeli analysts are suggesting the country has entered a new phase. Wars are no longer limited to the skies and radar screens, but are now affecting daily life for Israelis. Many are beginning to lose confidence in the state's ability to protect them. Some analysts are now saying that the collapse of the internal front is no longer just a hypothetical. It's becoming real and increasingly likely. This may force the Israeli government to reassess its priorities and treat the internal situation as seriously as any military front. Now let's take a look at some footage showing skyscrapers burning. In the name of God, O messenger of God, urgent! Right now Tel Aviv's skies are filled with massive Sejil missiles. Hebrew media is reporting the destruction of 7 major skyscrapers and communication towers belonging to the Knesset in the heart of Tel Aviv. Israeli media is reporting tonight that a large-scale missile attack hit Tel Aviv in what's being called an unprecedented escalation from Iran. According to Israeli Channel 12, Iran launched 120 hypersonic Sejil missiles, being used in combat for the first time. The channel confirmed that the strike destroyed 7 skyscrapers in the center of the city, including the tallest building in Tel Aviv, a 60-story tower, in what's being described as the most intense attack since the Iranian operations began. Early reports also say the strike targeted key communications towers in Tel Aviv used by the Israeli Knesset, causing partial blackouts in communication and internet services in government zones, a move that may carry serious intelligence and security implications. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard said it used heavy Sejil missiles in the 12th wave of Operation True Promise 3 to hit several sites in the occupied territories. It confirmed that Israeli air defenses were destroyed and that the airspace over the occupied territories is now open to Iranian missiles and drones. They also warned that these strikes would be targeted, continuous, and intense. According to Iran's Tasnim news agency, the IRGC issued a statement to the Israelis, saying the commander of the Revolutionary Guard had already warned that the gates of hell would open on them, and that Iran's aerospace missiles would force them to spend every moment underground. It's been days now since you've seen the sunlight, the statement added. Following the latest IRGC missile launch, Israeli Army radio quoted a security official as saying the most recent Iranian missile was exceptional in type, weight, and payload. Before the missile wave reached Israel, the army warned citizens to take shelter immediately upon hearing alarms and stay there until further notice. Soon after, sirens were activated across many towns in the Tel Aviv metro area. Yedioth Ahronoth reported that alarms also went off in the Hasharon area and in several settlements in the West Bank. Let's now watch this unprecedented scene of an entire swarm of Fatah missiles hitting Tel Aviv airport, destroying 7 F-35 fighter jets and a military cargo plane loaded with tons of weapons. Breaking now, Iran has launched a large number of Qadr and Kheibar missiles at Tel Aviv. Channel 12 revealed that the command center at the airport caught fire and several radar systems were destroyed. In a major escalation as part of Operation True Promise 3, the Iranian military announced this morning that it launched a large wave of hypersonic Fatah missiles targeting the largest Israeli airbase. According to the military statement, the strike destroyed 7 Israeli F-35As that were stationed at the base and blew up a huge cargo plane that was preparing to take off. The attack also completely wiped out the radar and air traffic control systems at the base, effectively paralyzing Israeli military air operations in the region. The Israeli Air Force has since gone on full emergency alert. The Revolutionary Guard confirmed that it used the first-generation Fatah hypersonic missiles in the 11th wave of its assault. Operation True Promise 3. Iran has just launched what it calls the beginning of the end of Israel's air defense myth. Sirens have been blaring across greater Tel Aviv, including cities like Tel Aviv, Ashdod, Rishon, Lezion, Netanya, and even Haifa and Jerusalem, following a massive missile barrage from Iran. According to Israel Hayom, at least 2 missiles landed in Jerusalem and in the Sharon region, near Tel Aviv. Channel 12 reported damage to a building in central Israel, and said missile fragments fell on another building up north, sparking several fires around the country. Channel 12 also confirmed that firefighters responded to a blaze in central Israel, where about 20 cars caught fire due to the Iranian attack. Meanwhile, Fars news agency reported that Iranian forces targeted Meron Air Base in northern Israel, Israel's military intelligence HQ, Amman, in Herzliya, north of Tel Aviv, and a classified site in Tel Aviv said to be used for planning assassinations. Israel's health ministry has reported that 94 people were taken to hospitals after the latest Iranian strikes. Israel continues to impose a tight media blackout on the specific locations hit by Iranian missiles and drones, especially military or critical infrastructure, saying any details might help the enemy. Maariv newspaper said that thousands of Israelis were evacuated from impacted areas. The Tel Aviv municipality announced that structural inspections are underway on buildings hit by the missiles and some might be demolished. Hundreds of families have already been relocated. Breaking now, a massive new wave of Kheibar and Qadr missiles from Iran has reportedly set the Israeli Ministry of Defense and Intelligence HQ on fire. Channel 12 confirmed a skyscraper caught fire and collapsed entirely. Israel's defense minister is reportedly furious after 2 Iron Dome batteries exploded, possibly from internal failure. In an unprecedented escalation under Operation True Promise 3, Iranian long-range Kheibar and Qadr missiles targeted strategic sites deep inside Tel Aviv, most notably the Ministry of Defense and Israeli Intelligence HQ, causing huge fires and widespread infrastructure destruction. Sources confirmed that a nearby skyscraper next to the security complex went up in flames, and despite efforts by emergency crews, the fire spread to multiple floors. Leaked info from within the Ministry of Defense indicates that several high-ranking officers and officials were injured in the direct blast that hit the administrative floors. As of now, no official statement has been made about casualties. At the same time, the Iron Dome system suffered 2 simultaneous explosions in advanced missile batteries, and oddly, no incoming missile was detected at the time. This has led experts to believe it could be the result of a cyber attack or internal breach by Iranian forces. These strikes are part of a targeted series of attacks Tehran announced as Operation True Promise 3 in direct retaliation for ongoing Israeli operations. There is now a state of shock and confusion across Israel's military and security establishment. According to Tasnim News, Iran's Revolutionary Guard, IRGC, just launched the 10th wave of missile and drone attacks on Israel. In response, the Israeli army has raised its alert level to the highest. The IDF confirmed that missiles were fired from Iran and defense systems were activated to intercept them. The Israeli Home Front Command said sirens were heard across Tel Aviv, northern Israel, the Negev, Beersheva, and Dimona. Channel 12 added that, according to military assessments, Iran still has about 1,800 large missiles ready to launch, potentially in a single massive strike. Before this 10th wave, Israel's emergency services reported that 40 people were injured while trying to reach shelters during the last missile attack. Channel 12 also said Iran has carried out 17 waves of attacks, launching around 400 missiles since the start of the war.